There we go. We're recording. Perfect. Okay, you guys, I am super duper excited about tonight. Um, yeah, I'm zooming from my bed, which I don't think I've done since I was pregnant or nursing, but homeschooling two kids plus working plus corona has got me in bed. um, so I'm not at my office tonight, and I'm sure y'all feel the same. So I'm super glad that you hopped on. Something in my eye, but anyways, okay, I'm really excited about tonight, and this is why. If you are on here and you joined, it works in either January, February, March. If you joined in 2020, post in the chat. I want to see if we have any people that joined, and put when you joined. If you joined in January, February, March, go ahead and put it in the chat. Oh, look at that. Jessica said she joined today and you're already on. Go, girl. February, March, into February. I love this. Okay. So good. Wow, we got so many newbies on. That makes me happy. I'm telling you guys, when people want to know what's the secret, like how did I go ambassador? I went ambassador in my first year and a half to the top of the company. And honestly, the reason, one of the biggest key factors for me promoting fast was I was plugged in. Every Monday, I was on Pam Souter, how to show me the money call. Now she Zooms it on Monday and we do a team power hour during it. But back then, it was, you actually dialed in and listened, and I was on it every Monday, getting fired up, never missed it. I wasn't on a team that did team Zooms, but I'm telling you, I got to any and every training, and that was 100% one of the reasons why I didn't quit. And so you stay plugged in, I promise you. You will be successful. But I'm really excited because the girls that are talking are actually all relatively new as well. Or they recently promoted to Ruby. And I love that. I love that they joined and they recently have gone Ruby in 2020. And so it's, who better, like, you don't really probably want to hear from me who went Ruby 6 years ago, right? But you want to hear from who went Ruby right now. What are they doing right now to be successful? And that's why I'm really excited about tonight, is because you get to hear from girls that are rock stars, that are enrolling, top enrollers, promoting. And so this Zoom is about going from newbie to Ruby, because that's what you got to go. Got to go newbie. That first goal, yeah, there's executive. We almost bypass executive. Like, let's join and go Ruby, right? And then from Ruby, you want to go diamond. And why do you want to go diamond? Well, I could give you 15,000 reasons why. Right now, we've got a $15,000 diamond bonus that's on the line. And so anybody that joined in 2020, you guys get 3 full calendar months to go diamond. So 3 full calendar months. So that means if you join January 2nd or later, January was a freebie, so you have all of February, March, and April to go diamond. If you joined February 2nd or later, you have all of February, that's a freebie, March, April to the end of May to go diamond. If you joined March 2nd or later, you have all of March, April, May, until the end of June, I'm like counting that, June to go diamond and get that $15,000 bonus. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Any diamonds and above on here, y'all can correct me if I give wrong dates. But, and everyone else that's been in from 2019 and before, guess what, y'all? We have to the end of this month. And it's March 24th. So that means you have 7 days to go diamond. And you can do it. You can do it. There's people on here that have already let off the gas because they're like, yeah, it seems far. Pedal to the metal, run. Because here's the thing. You might surprise yourself. If you're going diamond this month, or you're ranking up to diamond this month, I want you to put it in the chat. Or if you're getting a bonus this month, put it in the chat. Whether you're like, I'm getting a rank up, I'm going diamond, I'm going to double, put it in the chat. I want to see. Put how much you're going to claim this month. Because here's the thing, there are so many different months that the month I went ambassador, that wasn't my plan to go. It was February. I thought I was going to go in March 31st, my birthday next week. I'll be 36 and there's Corona, so I won't be going anywhere or doing anything, but that's okay. I'm like, talk about a pitiful birthday, but that's all good. Closer to 40 than 30 stuck at home, but that's all good. We're blessed. But anyways, okay, there's my pity party. But so what was I saying? Oh yeah, my plan was to go to Ambassador in March, but I was working for it like it was going to happen every month. And all of a sudden, I'll never forget February 25th, auto ships ran. All of a sudden, my volume kept going up and up and up and up. And I remember the last day of February. I don't remember what's the last day of February, but whatever that last day of the month is, 28th, 29th, whatever it is, all of a sudden, they reran declines and my volume was in. I started looking at charts and I promoted to Ambassador Diamond the last day of the month because every month I treated it like it was my last. Even though like my goal was technically March 31st, every month I was running for it just in case. So don't slow down, run for it. You will be surprised what can happen. I've seen crazy things happen in 7 days. Okay, I'm going to shut up now because I'm not who you want to hear from, but we are going to start with Dana, and let me unmute her. There we go. And Dana, welcome. Congratulations.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm so nervous.
Don't be nervous. I know all the girls on tonight, they're rubies. They're like, I'm nervous. And it's like, don't be nervous. You guys are amazing. People want to hear what you're doing. So, Dana, I've got the questions that I sent you. So I'll go through them. But start off, give everyone like a quick, 60-second story. Tell us like when you joined. How did you find out about it works? Give us a little bit of that, like maybe what your job is, what you do. Let them hear a little bit about you and how has this business impacted you in this short amount of time?
Okay, so I'm a stay-at-home mom, and November of 2019, so just like 4 months ago, my husband hurt his back. He was our sole provider of income, and he hurt his back on the job, and he was out of work for a few weeks. And I was like, I felt bad. I wanted to like take the stress off of him. I wanted to find some way to bring in income. I've done businesses before, so I wasn't afraid, but I just didn't know what to do or what to look for, because other things I've done, no matter how hard I worked, nothing came of it, or I was spending too much money. So then all of a sudden, towards the end of November, I saw Kelly Brown host a post, and or like a contest, the $100 contest. And I was like, I need the $100. And so I commented on that, and I agreed to share a post for her. And then what happened was a bunch of my friends had responded, and I was like, well, if they're responding and interested in what she has to offer, then what if I was offering it? So I kind of started spying on Kelly for a couple days, and I was like watching her posts, and I really didn't even fully understand what it was that she was selling at that point. I was just so fixated on the hope that resonated through her posts of like financial freedom and from all the stress and the fact that she had replaced her husband's income and just all the things that I had always wanted, and they were real and true, and it just really resonated with me. And I was like, I don't know what she's doing, but I need to do this. And so I contacted her, and I was like, I kind of just poured my heart out to her, and I was like, my husband's out of work and I've done stuff like this before, but I really need something to work. And your posts just are putting me in tears. Like they're just really like hitting me to the core, and I need to do something. And so she walked alongside me every step of the way. I signed up, and I've just been following her lead ever since. This has been a huge impact on our lives. I think I'd counted up like almost $1,000. It's like $950 in bonuses alone, on not even including my commission, since November. And just the stress level of my husband has gone down so much, knowing that we have this extra money coming in, and he doesn't have to. We live in northern Michigan, and it gets very snowy, and he's a postal carrier, and so he is constantly having to, in the wintertime, find work at other offices to fill hours. And I didn't want that to happen and him injure his back again. And he hasn't had to do any extra this winter. He only has had to do like his route, and that's it. He hasn't had to fight through the snow. He's been able to come home and be safe because we've had this extra income flowing in the last several months, and it just keeps getting more and more. I signed him up. He went Ruby last month, so we're both Rubies right now. So it's just been a really exciting thing. And he's just like, "You're just running the house now, love." He's like, "You got it all figured out. You got the money. You're taking care of the kids." He's like, "I'm just chopped liver now." But
I love that. Let me ask you one thing, which it's not on script, but it won't be hard. But okay, so you had done other businesses. So you tried other direct sales companies, which see,
mhm.
this was my first one. So I don't really know what to compare it to. So let me just ask you, what do you think sets It Works apart? Why do you think it is that you've been successful here, Dana?
Okay, so I've tried various things, but the two things that I really had committed to, one was Usborne Books. And
Hmm.
while I loved their books, and I still love their books,
Hmm.
it was just very time consuming. You had to do parties. There was all of this coaching that you had to do with these hosts, and your party might flop. So you might put a whole week's worth of work in and
Okay.
have nothing really to show for it. Maybe make $20. So it just was a lot of work for not a lot of um,
Mm,
income.
okay.
And then something else I had wound up doing for 5 years with my husband, and it was literally, um, we were spending
Hmm.
probably almost $500 a month to run our business,
Wow.
and we would make maybe $60 in return for 5 years. And we were just sold out to the vision of it,
Mhm.
and we lost so much money.
Wow.
And so to me, when I'm like, $99, that's amazing, and like there's nothing more we really have to spend besides $20 for our back office. And if we want to run an auto ship, like that's just
Crazy.
chump change compared to what we were spending. It was just this is a no-brainer. It's
Yeah.
just a no-brainer. And especially when they lower the prices for signing up, it's just it's amazing.
It is. That is true. I mean, yeah, I remember joining and I cried after I joined because I felt bad. I spent 99. I remember my husband, he's like, well, babe, like it was $99. You got $99 worth of product. If you want to
Right.
quit, like, can you quit? I'm like, yeah. He's like, do you have to order monthly? I'm like, well, no, you could have customers and be commission qualified. He's like, what do you have to lose? Why? There's no risk. I'm like, you're right. There's no risk. And I love that. I love that. Okay. Let's dive in. What did you do, girl, to go Ruby? You went Ruby. Your husband went Ruby. I know this month. What do you do? Are you going Emerald this month?
I am running for it
Right.
hard.
Emerald
That's
this
what I'm
month.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might go shoot. You might just go diamond this month. So tell us,
I am all for it.
what is it? What have you done to promote to Ruby? Like, what? Tell me about that.
Okay, so I just have to say it, host to post,
Okay.
like all day long. If you are in a rut, host to post. If no one's paying attention to your posts, do a host to post. And not just any host to post. I have rotated my host to post, so I will have some people um, share, like a product post or something for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll have other people share like the fur baby post.
Mm-hmm.
So then I enter into all of their friends and all of their people, and then they will all share. And so it's like I just open up these circles of friendships that don't know me, and I don't know them, and I don't know their friends, and it's just all new. And so I try to do at least 2 to 3 host a posts a week. And then like on my wall for people to
Okay.
comment on. And then I'll divide those responses up with some of them will be like if it's someone new, I'll have them do a product post so then we can reach their people. And then if it's someone who's hosted for me before and not much response, I'll have them do like a contest post, a fur baby post or something. So then that way I'm getting something from everybody. It's not, you don't get duds of, oh, this one went up and nothing really came of it.
I love that. And I see someone put, what if your host to posts are going to flop? You're not asking enough people to post. I'll be honest. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Today I've messaged 30 people about doing host to post,
Mhm.
and only right now 3 are up. So I asked 30 to have 3 up, but I've signed a customer. So it's like
Mhm.
you haven't asked enough people. You got to ask new people. And someone
Yeah.
said, what's the fur baby post? Um, and the fur baby post, actually, if you go, I'm excited, Stacy, to get to share. If you go to Diamond Empire, Stacy Alcala created units, and these units right here are full of different tasks. And there's one, we have a whole host to post thing that explains how to host a post, but right here, unit 9, it says now what? And it's asking, what do you do every day? And there's different posts saying what to do every day. And right here you go. Under unit 9, you'll see this. It says the Amy Spence host to post method, which we actually are doing a 30-day host to post challenge if you guys didn't know. So I want to let you know right here, because I know not everyone knows, we're doing a 30-day challenge for you to get up 10 host to posts every day for 30 days. We started March 22nd. It goes to April 22nd. And what we want you to do is to get up 6 product posts, 2 asking people to do distributor posts, and 2 giveaway posts. But anyways, if you go right here, the Amy Spence, we have some sample ones, and this tells all about the challenge, really kind of tells about the challenge we're doing. But right here is the fur baby post, and the verbiage is right there. And you have a friend post it, and it says, my friend Sherry. So I'd have Sally post this. My friend Sherry is giving away $100 every Monday. You could say he's giving $100 away this Monday since it's our last week. Post a photo of your fur baby to be entered. Guess what? All of Sally's friends post their fur babies. I go through under each person, go, hey, Amy, I messaged you. Hey, Sarah, I messaged you. And I ask all of Sally's friends to host a post for me. So instead of me just asking Sally to host a post about Thermofite X, I asked Sally to post about our giveaway, because as Diamond Empire, we do a giveaway every single Monday. And so you go to the team page, Diamond Empire, and you click on the units. So you go to, one more time for those, Diamond Empire, and then you click right there, units, and then go to unit 9, and you'll have all bunch of host to post samples. But okay, so that's one thing you do, Dana. So you said that you're asked, I love that. So you ask people, do you have a goal of what you typically try to get up every day? Tell us that.
Yeah, I mean it was 6, but now with the challenge it's 10. But
Yeah.
usually I surpass that
Okay.
every day because it's just a consistent thing. I just try to keep it rolling because I can tell um if I slow down with my host to post, everything seems to halt
Okay.
or just kind of gets um it just starts moving slow. I'm not getting traction. And then I get frustrated. I'm like, well, why isn't anybody responding to my posts? And I just need to remember it's um, host to post is not only opening up to more potential loyal customers and distributors, but it's also expanding our network. And you can do it quickly. And so that has been a huge thing for me. And also following up.
Okay.
Um, just making sure that I'm on top of my list. I have a list that I keep track of, and anybody new I throw on my list, and I've got it like color coordinated on my phone with like dots of like who I've spoken to today, who I still need to get to, who's planning to order, who is more urgent and was super interested. So I've got like a list going on my phone,
Love that.
and every day I consult my list. Who do I need to get in touch with today? Thursdays and Fridays, Kelly had said Thursdays and Fridays were really good days to reach out and follow up with people because it's right around payday. So I try to do a big follow up once a week on Thursdays to just kind of put a bug in everybody's ear. And then I'll reach out again on Saturday. But I just make sure to update that list constantly, that I'm adding new people to it, and that I'm just kind of adjusting what people are saying to me. It's not super detailed because I don't really have time to be super detailed with it,
Love
but I
that.
color coordinate everything.
Mhm.
And following up, honestly, uh, I don't even know if there's anybody who has signed up with me on the spot the first time I've talked to them.
Wow.
Maybe a handful of people, but honestly, it's all about the follow through. That's where I would say probably 95% of my distributors and my LCs have come from.
I love that. Well, when we finish with you, will you put in the chat a sample follow-up message for
Yeah,
anybody? And
yeah.
then what would you say would be your call to action that you would tell people to do? I mean, you've kind of given us quite a few, but
Host a post.
post a post. Get your 10
and
up.
get to it. I mean, even if you're brand new, it can be overwhelming. I've had a couple distributors who, they've taken their time with it, and you go at your pace.
Yeah.
But if you are stuck and you want your business to explode, you just go through the units, focus on the steps. It's there step by step. If you have questions, check with your upline, they will help you. But honestly, if you want to move quickly, it's really going to be through host to post. So I would say find your host to post or get onto your unit, go through it, and get one up tonight or tomorrow morning.
Love it. Thank you so much,
Thank
girl.
you.
Okay, next up, Heather.
Hey.
How are you, girl?
I'm all right. Very nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Okay, tell us, give us your a story, like how, when you joined, kind of what you're, maybe what job you worked, tell us about you, kind of just a little quick, and how's this business impacted you?
All right. So my start date, I started back in, I started 8/30/2019.
Okay.
Melissa Dean. I just ran into her on Facebook. She had the Summer 365 up, and it was just, I actually started doing blogging. Like always worked like 2 jobs. Like I have 2 kids at home, and I was just like, I gotta find something, that so I don't have to work so much. So I can spend time with my kids. So I started blogging. That was the worst thing ever. I don't recommend that for anybody. So I tried that forever. Didn't work out. Luckily I found Melissa on Facebook, and I don't even think she really had to talk to me, but maybe once or twice. And she just, seeing her post, and just, she's so inspiring. It was the best decision I ever made, to be honest.
Oh, I
Yeah,
love that.
I get emotion talking about it, because it's just brought so much awesome stuff for me and my kids.
Oh, well, I mean, you're doing amazing. I mean, you went Ruby. Did you go last month? When did you go?
So I went Ruby. I actually went to conference, and
Oh,
so I started in the end of August,
yeah.
and I was selling. Like I didn't know nothing about charting. I didn't know nothing. I wasn't host of posting. I wasn't doing anything. But I went to conference, and I tell you what, it was the best experience I've ever had in my life. I feel like I found a new passion. The people that I met, the stories I heard, like I laughed, I cried, like it was just so, I mean, I remember the whole drive home. I only live about 5 hours from Tampa. And I just remember, like, I cried the whole way home. I was just like, this is it. Like, this is me. And just meeting, like, all the amazing people in here and their stories. It was just really, it changed my whole aspect. Like conference, if you guys are able to go, I promise, like, it'll change every aspect of your life.
Yes.
So after I went to conference, I double ranked last month. I never ranked up since August when I started, and after going to conference, like I ranked up twice. And it's just, I work it every day. Like it's just, I have things that I do every day. I follow up is the biggest thing. I literally write down every single person that I talk to in my planner. And, if I talk to them on a Tuesday, then, I let it kind of sink in their head for a little bit. And then like, I write them down for the following Tuesday. And like, I'm like getting these people, and some people are like, oh, I can't do it today. I can do it when I get paid. Well, when do you get paid? And bam, like, that's what I do. I actually, I signed my first 3 DTs when I was at conference. It was the craziest thing. Didn't sign a DT ever until conference ever. Like from August till I'm like, I think it was like my second night. and it was just, I don't know. It just, conference really changed everything for me. Meeting people and just learning and hearing other people's stories. And, it's like you see all this stuff online all the time and you think, oh, like you can't, oh, that's just it's just another thing or whatever, but it's not. And like, seeing it firsthand and actually meeting the people and, hearing everybody's story, like, I'm not, I'm just like everybody, there's other people that started where I started from. And
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't tell you enough about how conference is definitely.
Okay, tell us one more thing when it comes to distributors. So, like, you went from not signing, you signed 3 at conference. You're obviously still signing distributors, Heather. What would be a tip for how you sign distributors? What is it that you do, or what are those things that you do daily that you're like, these are the things that help me do that?
I just tell them, like, I just tell them my experience. I'm like, hey, like, I'm a mama too. Like, I'm a mother. I work 2 jobs and I'm still able to do this. You can do it
Okay.
too. Like, it's really, it's not that hard. If it's something that, if you grow a passion for it, or if you really want to set your goals and make better for yourself, to go on vacations, to get out of debt, to, like, spend more time with my kids. Like, that was my main thing. And my mind is just set. Like, that's what I want. And so I do the work to get there.
Love that. So if you were to leave everyone with a tip of something where you're like, okay, this is what I want you guys to do tonight, or tomorrow, this will help your business. Do you have anything you could give?
My main thing is definitely Zooms and trainings. I never did that
Okay.
before I went to
Okay.
conference. I
Mm-hmm.
never, that's my biggest thing is we get on every morning. Some people are on at 4:30. I'm lucky I live on the East Coast, so it's a little bit later for me, but
Yeah.
it just gets the mindset going. It just, it gets you going for the day.
Yeah.
My biggest thing would be, Zooms and trainings. Following up is the biggest thing that I've had help me.
Mm-hmm.
And then using the products and having, people see your results. They want to see, like, hey, oh my gosh, like, it's really working for
That's
you,
so true.
so the biggest thing I think too is definitely, products. And I get to where I am because, like, I don't just try to sell one product. So I'm like, hey, like, the biggest thing when I started, we did the triple threat,
Mm-hmm.
and the triple threat, was amazing. We had a deal on it, whatnot, and you can always switch that up and mix it up. So I always go big. I start big, and then, like, if, like, oh, I just can't afford that, then I'm like, okay, well, try these 2 products,
Yeah.
and I always start big and then work my
What's
way
your
down.
favorite combo to give to people?
I would say the thermal, the cleanse, and coffee.
Okay, thermal
I
cleanse.
lost 20 pounds. Like, when I first started, I lost 20 pounds in a month on them 3.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah,
She's a
it's
product, and
amazing.
I kind of scoped. I went stalker on all you girls that are on tonight, your Facebook, because we weren't even all Facebook friends. So I went, and you post daily, multiple times a day. Like, your store is open.
Yeah.
People know.
You constantly, you have to post. I tell all my girls, post 3-4 times a day at least. That's the least you can do. But me, I'm like, everything. If I see something cool that that one of my side sisters posts, I'm like, hey, I'm still in that.
Yeah, you post it. Your store's open.
Right?
You have your own results. You follow up. I think, y'all, it's a sign when 2 of the girls just told us to follow up. So good. Thank you so much, Heather. So proud of you. And we're cheering you on to Diamond Sister.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Next up, let's see. We've got Kayla. If you see her on Facebook, it's Julia on Facebook. I just unmuted you, Kayla. Are you there, sis? Let's see. Oh, wait, let me try again. Are you there?
Yes.
Yay! How are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yay. Okay, will you share with everyone a quick little bit of your story? Maybe when you joined, what life was like, what you do while working this business, and how has this business impacted you? Can you hear me?
All right. So in May 2019, I was actually I had left work about a week early because I was about to have a baby. And I noticed Faith, my Facebook friend, she had I think it was like $1,200 cash giveaway. So of course I could have used that money at the time. So I posted on that, threw up a Thermophyte X host to post for her. The next day, she had posted about making money from your phone. So I wanted to try that, messaged her, and I joined that day. Yeah, this business has been really great. I've made really great friends here. I feel a little bit more confident in myself. I have something to do while I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 under 2. So I have some time to myself. It's actually nice. Yeah, I've lost weight with the products, and I'm able to help out financially with my husband. So it's really good.
Okay, so you've been rocking and rolling. I think, did you go Ruby in January?
Well, I think at the end of December, I can't really remember. I know it was right before conference.
Okay, so you went Ruby right before conference. I remember that. Like you enroll I mean, do you know how many customers you've enrolled this month? Or distribute, I mean,
This month, I'm not sure. I know that month it was almost 40.
40. I mean, you're always enrolling a 10. Okay, so she enrolled 40 customers that month. Yeah, I mean, you're always enrolling. So, I mean, you might not keep a track of but you're always bringing in new customers, distributors. So would you tell everyone, what was it that you did to get to Ruby? What are some of the things you do? I've never signed 40 customers. I want to know how to sign 40 customers. So kind of tell us, what are those things you do every day? What did you do to get to Ruby? What are those things you do?
So the month that I promoted, I want to say it was just so many people that we added a day to clear out our friends list. Well, that month I was just going to try something just a little bit different. So I completely cleaned out my friends list and deleted 600 people in a day. And that was just on Facebook alone. And then I added back 600 people. And the way I added them back was going to friends that have purchased products from me before. I just thought maybe they could kind of vouch for the products and that would help sell. I didn't really know. And that's how I signed 40 customers that month, honestly. I just had so many new people. I'm planning on doing now is just posting, getting up more hosts to post, because that seems to be amazing, especially after you clean out your friends list. You have so many more new opportunities to get new LCs, DTs, all that. So yeah, hopefully I'll go emerald and diamond.
Okay, so I love that you said that you clean out your friends list. And so I think a lot of time the mistakes, even reading the chat when someone's like, well, what if your hosted posts are a flop? Or what if people don't reply? Or, is that a big thing? That you feel like adding new people to yours is really huge?
Yes. I'll usually follow up with people once or twice. And that's how I kind of cleaned them out, went through my messages, and anyone who didn't respond to me once or twice, they're gone. So I just added new people, and I really feel like adding friends and getting new people to see the products and my results from the products and how I'm making money at home. Just trying to relate to more people.
Okay, so walk us through real quick, because I feel like you're pretty diligent. I mean, anyone on Faith's team, I feel like they're pretty diligent with the things that you do every day. So tell everyone, what are those things that you're like, okay, these are my non-negotiables, or this is my ideal, what I like to do for my business a day?
Yeah, so every day I'm posting. I put up at least one post a day, sometimes two. I'm usually really consistent as well. I drink the keto coffee or skinny brew every morning. So I try to make a video every morning and then put up a post along with that. So I do those two things every single day. Follow up with people usually from the day before or the day before that. I don't try to make it too far out. Follow up, I post, I do add friends every day. I'm going to try to do once a month doing the mass clean out, but I do try to clean my friends out a little bit every day. Just following up and being consistent, really.
So when you clean out your friends, what does that look like? How do you figure out who to unfriend? Because I know if you're not maxed at 5,000, you better be getting your butt maxed to 5,000 because you want to have a full pot of people. But when you have all those people, how do you know who to clean out?
So people who've just not responded at all, people that I've kind of been friends with for a while, that's maybe liked some of my posts, but they've never reached out and I followed up, or not follow up, but I guess message them to see if they want to be a product model or anything like that, and they didn't respond. That's just kind of how I clean them out if they've not really responded to anything I've sent.
do you have a number of messages you try to send a day, or do you have anything like that you're like, this is what I send a day? Or do you do the product model message? Do you send out host to post messages? Tell us what messaging wise, what does that look like for you?
So usually what I send out for messages is I do asking about people, kind of relating to them, saying hoping they're having a great day, whatever day of the week it is. Hope they're staying safe during this time with what's going on. And then I'll say that, hey, I know times are tough right now. My team's giving away $100 every Monday this month. I would love for you to be able to do it just by putting up a post for me on your wall. No hard feelings. If not, I hope you have a great rest of your day. So that's kind of the gist of what I say every day to people. Yeah.
So you go through, so you message and ask people to host a post. Do you pick like a letter A through Z, or do you just pick certain people? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do usually all the A's and then wait a little bit because sometimes I get blocked because I message too quickly.
Okay,
So I've been trying to kind of not do them all at once. So usually A's and B's and C's one day, and then the next day, the next 3 letters is kind of how I do it.
You get off, and when I go to Samantha, will you send in the chat so people have it, what that message is that you send?
Yes.
And I see that Heather posted, wait, let me think. Heather, I think you posted yours. Or wait, who did? Someone posted their follow-up message. I don't remember who. Was it Dana or Heather? Somebody talked about the follow-up and put it in the chat. So I know that got posted. Okay, Dana did. She posted her follow-up. You send us, Kayla, send us your message. And then what was something you would tell this group to do with your last thing that you're like, okay, this is something you could do. A call to action. You can do this tonight or tomorrow that would, benefit your business.
So when you all get off of here tonight, I think that you all should go and look through all your messages, and anyone who's not responded to at least 1 or 2 of them, I would unfriend them. They're not interested. Get new people in there. So let's try to delete maybe 100 and add 100.
Okay, I love that. Delete 100, add 100. Okay, y'all. I love that. Got to get new people seeing it. Out with the old and with the new. Yes. Awesome, girl. Thank you so much. We're proud of you, and we're cheering you on to Diamond.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, Samantha. Let me go to you, Sam. Last but not least, where are you at, girlfriend? Here you are. Hey. Can you?
I'm nervous too.
Y'all cannot all be nervous. I know they're all like, we are so nervous. I'm like, you guys, I love letting everyone hear from people like doing this recently, like promoting right now. Girl, you're on fire.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Oops. Let me see. Hold on. I might have accidentally talked, Samantha. Are you?
Hi.
Okay, good. Okay, I think I had unmuted someone else too. Another Samantha, sorry y'all. Okay, so tell us a little 60-second about your story, when you joined, kind of that, how's this, impacted your life, and then we'll get into the good stuff.
Okay, so I'm a teacher, kind of was looking for a side hustle. All teachers always are. And I, a year and a half ago, answered a host to post. Natalie contacted me twice, tried to get me to buy keto coffee. And I was like, no, I'm not going to buy that. But then I hosted a post for her. I won $100. And then, yeah, no, I won. It's real. I won. And then I watched her for a year and a half. And I was like, oh, just look at her. And look, she's making all this money. And so finally it came down to it. And there was the $69 deal at the end of the year. And I was going to do VIP kids, but that was a lot. Just the interview process was a lot. So I texted my husband. I was like, hey, I kind of want to do this. And he's like, go on and get it. And so I was like, okay. So that was December 30th. I actually didn't put my first post up until January 1st. I waited. I was like, let me wait. And then on January 1st, I put up my first post. And that's kind of it. It's just snowball from there. I literally dove in head first and said, let's go. And so that's where I've been going ever since. When Natalie says, do this, I say, okay. And she says, do that. And I say, okay. And so it's been more than I thought that it could be. I just never thought this could be this big. And but it is. And it's been awesome for my family. We joined, I wanted to go on vacation with my brother. We go with almost every year we try to, and there were so many times we had to say, no, we can't go. We just can't afford it. And that really sucked and didn't want to do that anymore. And so we said, no, we don't, I want to find something. So we booked our vacation this year to Mexico. So I'm so excited.
Okay, so you're really having a couple things. Number one, you haven't even been doing this business for 3 months yet.
No.
And you work full time.
Yes, I'm a full-time teacher, and I'm also a cheer coach. In fact, I've got girls messaging me because they're doing fittings online. And I have 2 daughters. I have a 13-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they're like in varsity sports, in like club volleyball, rec volleyball, track. I mean, like everything under the sun. And so I'm super busy, but I got my phone. So I'm good.
You promoted to Ruby which month?
I promoted me and my husband to Ruby last month. Last
month.
Yes.
And on the 25th, as soon as the auto ships run, what rank are you, Sam?
I'm going to be diamond.
She's going to be diamond, projected volume diamond, going diamond the second they run. So
it's really the 19th was the day I went diamond, but we'll just,
19th. Yeah. I mean, she's diamond. She's just waiting for some of those auto ships from last month to rerun. So less than 3 months, diamond, works full time. Okay, girl. So everyone's jaw, we can close our jaw. And now we want to hear what you are doing. What did you do to go Ruby, newbie to Ruby? What did you do to go diamond? Because I know there's a lot of people that are like, I'd like to go diamond in 3 months. I don't care when I join. From now to 3 months from now, if I can be diamond in 3 months, heck yeah.
So basically, I mean, I do the core 4 every day. And I mean, like, if it is 3 posts, the 3 different posts, that's what I'm going to do every single day. So I do that. The beginning, the business post is kind of hard. I kept telling Natalie, like, but I hadn't made any money. And she's like, girl, you're professional, post it. And I was like, okay. And so I just, whatever, like I posted. I followed people so I could see what they were posting and kind of tweaked it to look like mine. I started using the product, talked about the product. Sorry, I had to take notes so I would know what to say.
No.
And then I live in a small town. And immediately I had people talking about me, and it wasn't good. They were making fun of me, or like, oh, did you finally find 3 friends that wanted coffee? And it hurt my feelings. And I had to let go of that and kind of say, oh, well, they're not paying my bills. And it got to where I got made fun of into people stopping me at a track meet to say, hi, I need to get some hair, skin, and nails. Or people stopping me whenever I went to vote. I got 2 customers that were like, hey, what are you doing? Hey. And so I just started putting it out there a lot, especially the host to post. I mean, all of my friends, I mean, it's a small town, so everybody's seeing it in their newsfeed. And so people are like, what are you doing? What is it that you got? And so it created that interest. So I always do my core 4. And then the last thing I would say to go diamond, that, I mean, I'm just not going to miss is going to be following up. I mean, every single day. Like I said the other day, I sometimes, it's 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock where I'm finally home and I can actually, work my business. And that's the time that I start following up. And normally I'll even kind of go, oh, I don't have any sales today. And then once I start following up with people.
Hey, y'all, follow up is where it's at. These girls have all said that. Every last one.
Yep. That's where it is. That's where they come back. And that's where they're like, okay. I mean, I have people who don't say anything to me and I'm like, oh, here's a picture. And they're like, wait a minute, what is that? And I'll get that. So that follow up. And then the big one that I've had to do is set very high goals. Daisy mentioned that I am ignorance on fire is what she called me, because she's like, you have no idea what you're doing. I'm like, no, I'm just doing whatever. And so I signed like 23 customers my first month and like 70 something my second month. And so I was like, okay, for March, I want to do 100 LCs and 10 DTs. Like, and I'm not sure if I'm going to reach that because my Facebook has been stupid. Like I Kelly Brown, if you're on here, I'm sorry. I meant to message you back, but I couldn't because Facebook wouldn't let me. So that's what I'm saying. My Facebook's been really crazy.
Yeah.
But I
It's
just
stopping you.
do whatever, and I set really high goals because I don't want to set the same goal. I want to set a goal up here to go there. So that's kind of what I've done.
Okay. So for those that are new on here, you have mentioned, Sam, core 4, which means post, message, follow up, expand your network, add new people. So when you're posting every day, you're trying, for those that are like, well, what are you posting? So you try to post about the business. Tell us the exact type of post that's like your goal.
Okay. So I do my business post. And normally, guys, I mean, if we're doing power hour at 6:30 in the morning, I'm getting ready for school, but I have it on and they give you, there's a suggestion of this is what you should put up with the selfie or whatever. And I've got selfies from when my hair is brown. Okay. And so I put that up there, whatever it is. And then there's usually a product post. I might wait like an hour, maybe like as I'm pulling into school, and then just your lifestyle post, you know, like hanging out at the track meet or the softball game or whatever it is. So those are the 3 things that without fail, I'm going to post those.
So product, business, and something lifestyle, maybe not necessarily at works. Okay, love that. And what about when it comes to messaging? How do you message? Are you messaging, asking people to host a post, product testers? Tell us what your messages are, Sam.
So I do host a post every single day. I go through my friends list and I do like alphabetical order in the morning, and I do 10 of those. And then I do 5 distributor posts. Like those are just like kind of cold, you know, hey, would you be willing, yada, yada. I've for a while now done at least one of those giveaway posts, like, hey, drop your birthday or drop your whatever. And I work on those all week long, going through and doing host to post. And then it's following up through those. I follow up through my distributors. My biggest thing that I've probably told all of my distributors is I'm going to bug you till you tell me no. I'm just going to bug you. I even had a distributor was like, I just can't do this. And I said, do you remember that you were one of the first people I asked to join this company? And 2 months later, you finally joined me because you never told me no. And that's kind of, and so if it's a loyal customer or somebody that's a potential loyal customer, they don't tell me no. They tell me not right now, or maybe next month. I write their name down for next month. Or if I know it's like, I don't have the money right now, if there's something we've got going on, I know that I can go back to them and say, oh my gosh, we have a buy one, get one, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm messaging people who said they were going to host a post and then didn't. I'm following up with them. I'm following up with people that said that they were going to purchase, but then they didn't. Because I've realized people get busy, and a lot of it is people get busy and they forget. Yeah. Some of it is they are trying to ghost you, but a lot of it is they're busy and they forget.
So. No, that's so true. And you know what? I think there's one thing, you guys, we can take from this, and I'm going to guess that a good 90% of you probably don't have a good follow-up method, because I have sheets that I write, you know, potential loyal customers, potential distributors, that I write the names down and follow up. But until this, I had got probably the last 3 months out of the routine of writing it down, and I would screenshot on my phone, then I'd forget where it was, and I had not been following up. And after I watched that Amy Spent Zoom with her whole host to post tracker method, I was like, Sherry Lynn, you are not following up. That's why your enrollments have been down. And I restarted, and it was only like 3 days ago, but I have my list and I am writing everybody and just doing that. Write who says they will host a post for you, you know, print the trackers, write their names in the spots if they say they'll host a post, and don't highlight them until they do, so you know who to follow up with. Have a sheet. I don't care if it's a piece of binder paper, and you're right, potential loyal customers. Write their name, what social handle, Facebook, Instagram, your kid's dance class, what product they're interested in, potential customers, so you can follow up with them. Write potential distributors, because if we don't have it written, we can't follow up with them. And guess what? They're going to see Sally Joe post about hair, skin, and nails and order from her instead of from you. So we have got to follow up. So I love that you said that, Sam. You showed your list. All these girls are saying that. Raise your hand if you're like, I need to get better at follow-up, because 3 days ago, I'd be raising my hand. Okay? Is anyone going to be honest? You know, I mean, I think that is just huge. Fortunes in the follow-up. Okay, so you said your post, your message, your follow-up. What about adding new people? Walk us through that real quick.
I can't add new people.
Oh yeah, your Facebook's blocked right now. You're like, you are just
but I will say though, I've had to find a backdoor way of asking people to friend request me.
Okay.
And I can't believe that people are actually doing it, because I thought, man, if somebody asked me that, I'd be like, I'm not friend requesting you, you're sketchy. But a lot of people have.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, because right now, I mean, I don't know how much longer. It's been a week and I haven't been able to add any new friends, but I'm still getting.
You're doing it. You're still signing people.
Yeah. But normally I just do it in the mornings. I normally would get up in the morning and eat breakfast or drink my coffee. And I would just literally I'd put a 10-minute timer, interact. I would do however long, maybe 10 minutes, an ad. I would put up my host a post, or I would ask for host a post. I would ask for who wants to be a distributor. And then I would put up one post for the day. And so I would have that at lunch. I would put up my second post. And by dinner time, I would come back, and that's when I'm following up with everybody, putting up a lifestyle post. So I had to kind of spread it out throughout the day.
Okay, but I love that. So you ask people to join your team and be a distributor. Hey, girl, I think you'd be great at this business I do. Whatever. And we could have you share your script, but you ask them to be a distributor. You ask them if they want to host a post, and you follow up. So that's the key, you guys. I think that at the end of the main things I've heard here is post, message, follow up, expand your network, and host a post. And I think that's the key, is these girls are doing that. They're doing it consistently. They're doing it daily, whether they're working, whether they have 2 kids under 2, whether they have multiple jobs. Like, they're just making the time to do those income producing activities, not just scroll, not just, go from here, there. They're doing these things. They've got a piece of paper where they're following up. Sam, what would you give everyone as their call to action in closing? That you're like, this is what you need to do today, gang.
The big one, I think, for me, whenever I started, was the business post was super hard for me to figure out what to say or what to do. Okay. So when we're on Power Hour, as I go through and I'm commenting on other people's posts, if it's something that I really like what it says or anything, I save it in a collection for later, like future posts. And every single night before I go to bed, I prepare my post. I get it situated. I change it how I need to. I put my picture in there. And then I go to cancel it and I save posts instead of discard posts. So when I wake up in the morning, literally I open up Facebook, I go to, and I push send, and I post it immediately. So I don't even have to kind of think about my business posts, because in my opinion, product posts are those are easy to do. You can find anybody on our team and, copy their posts. So product posts are easy, and lifestyle posts should be easy. It's just your family. So that's easy. So the business post has always been a little tough for me. So again, I just put it up before I go to bed at night, or prepare it so that in the morning it's ready to go. So, and then follow up.
And then follow up. So good. Oh my goodness, girls. Okay. So I know y'all have been putting your scripts in the chat. You know what I'm thinking? So I'm having people, my phone's blowing up. Can you send me their script? Okay. So right now, if we go to Diamond Empire, in the post I put up for tonight's Sips from the Top, why don't you girls, all 4, go on there and just, I'm sure your scripts are in text replacement or you have them saved. Let's put them under there. So you guys can just go to Diamond Empire and they'll be right under our post that's in there for Tips from the Top with these 4 beautiful ladies' faces. They can put their scripts there, because I know I'm getting posts. I missed that. Can you send me here that? Okay. So we'll get those for you. Oh my goodness. I'm so proud of you guys. It's amazing. It's just so good to hear what it is that you're doing. And it's good for us to hear, okay, they're not doing anything crazy. They're just like doing the things. And we do have so many, I mean, I know a lot of the teams within Diamond Empire do power hours, all different times, but y'all, even if you're new and, or you're like, if you just go to Diamond Empire, our big team page, and you literally type in March schedule, you will see like 4 big team power hours we do. So like you could literally type that in. I typed in March schedule and this photo pops up. Jennifer Whistler posted March schedule, and look at y'all. It tells you right there all of the different power hours that we do as a team. My butt gets up at 6:30 a.m. on Thursdays. I run that one. Join me. I normally have 50, 60 on. But we have our Monday night one. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We have a 6:30 a.m. one on Wednesday. I do the 6:30 a.m. one on Thursday. There's a Friday one at 6:30 a.m. There's a Sunday one at 8 p.m. So there are so many, and you're getting sample posts, you're getting sample messages, and then when you're on it, guess what? Julie leads the Friday one. She goes 6:30 a.m. on Friday. What I love about Power Hours is when you post, we're on Zoom, you write in the chat, you share your link, everyone goes and comments on your post. What does that mean? It bumps it in the algorithms. So people are seeing it. So it's like, you're like, well, I don't know what to post. Well, get on one of the Power Hours. The schedule's right there. Sometimes you just have to, plug in and set your alarms, because there's literally one you can get on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. Okay. And then we do this on Tuesday. So, okay, y'all. So excited for you girls. I'm cheering y'all on for Diamond. I'm cheering so many other people on for Diamond. There's no reason you can't go Ruby this month, Emerald this month, Diamond. 7 days left. Magic happens at the end of the month, you guys. You can and you will. I love you all, and I'll get this recording posted soon, okay? Bye, everybody.